What can be done to make voting information more accessible?
I am Gayle Gardner. I think that's a hard question, but I think that if they would, I don't know if this is off balance here, if the booklets they send out, the pamphlets, if they were easier to read and everything, and they're so college educated instead of everyday language, I think that would be more accessible to people.
This is Dashefsky. I am from Phoenix, Arizona, and moved to Scottsdale, Arizona. To make voting information more accessible, such as how to vote, I think it has a lot to do with not so much expanding, but just adopting a view that everybody can vote, and getting the information out to everybody, no matter what ability, what disability, if you will, what accommodations are out there, where are the polling places, what are the polling places like, what you can do if you can't get outside, if you're too busy, if you are sick. For example, you could vote from home. Just to have all the options laid out on the table to make things, I guess, less fearful and more easy. Just more like voting is fun, voting is simple, voting is something you should do because it's enjoyable, and it's a privilege because you're changing the world, basically.
One way to make voting information easy for people to understand is to have pictures and illustrations of what is going on in the information. So, like, if you are talking about registering a person to vote, you could have a person standing at the table and somebody asking them questions about voting or something like that. The one thing we can do to make information more accessible is to write it in easy language for people to understand, to write it in all kinds of different language for people to understand, like, make sure that it's Braille, make sure that it's in large print, make sure that it's available in every way that people might need it.
My name is Grant Nash, and I'm from Evanston, Wyoming. And to make voting more accessible, I think they could have more interactive voting kiosks and voting stations. And if they would have them, well, one important option I think would be a cassette, so they could have for the blind people, so they could understand who they're voting for, and and be able to tell their aides, if they have aides come with, and if they aren't relying on a lot of their abilities that they still have.
My name is Ellen Perry, and I am from North Carolina. Voting information should be it should be easily, it should be 1 or 2 lines, and it should be written so that people can really understand it.
My name is Katie Griffith, and I'm from Gilbert, Arizona. It would make it easier for me if the poll workers would explain what that means without trying to sway my vote.